The sky over the Indian subcontinent is a high-stakes arena, where Indian Air Force Rafale pilots face relentless pressure and unforgiving physics. Every mission is a test of skill and nerve, with the margin for error virtually non-existent. These pilots are guardians of a billion people flying one of the world's most advanced jets. Their training is relentless, preparing them for scenarios from deep strikes to high-altitude dogfights. In the Rafale's cockpit, they process a symphony of data and threat warnings, making split-second, life-or-death decisions. The line of control is a constant flashpoint, where the line between peace and war is perilously thin. Rafale pilots are not just aviators, they're instruments of national policy, their actions scrutinized globally. They must master their aircraft, understand adversary tactics, and adapt to a chaotic, ever-changing environment. Selection is rigorous, and training never stops. They're thinkers, innovators, and leaders. Every sortie is a projection of power in a region defined by complex rivalries. But as May 2025 would prove, even the best-prepared pilots can be shocked by an enemy's ingenuity. The familiar sky can become a terrifyingly new kind of war zone in an instant. The Dassault Rafale is a technological marvel, an omnirole fighter excelling in every mission, from air superiority to nuclear deterrence. Its powerful engines and advanced aerodynamics give it unmatched agility and speed. The Spectra electronic warfare suite and RBE-2 ESA radar provide pilots with a godlike view of the battle space and a virtual bubble of protection. But integrating the Rafale into India's diverse air force is a monumental challenge, requiring seamless communication with Russian, European, and indigenous systems. Any gap in this network can leave even the Rafale vulnerable. Indian pilots must train for contested electronic environments, learning to fight when technology is jammed or degraded. Mastery means being ready to win even when advanced systems fail. The Rafale's success depends not just on its hardware, but on the skill and adaptability of the pilot. In the end, it's the warrior in the cockpit who makes the difference. In May 2025, Indian Rafale pilots faced shockingly unconventional tactics. Pakistani J-10Cs avoided direct confrontations, using multi-axis attacks to overwhelm Rafale sensors and decision cycles. They feinted, lured Indian jets into ambush zones layered with ground defenses and electronic warfare. Enemy pilots used rapid climbs and dives to break radar locks, reappearing from unexpected angles. Their loose formations split and flanked, disrupting the structured combat models the IAF trained for. The psychological impact was profound. Confusion and doubt replaced confidence. The enemy's calculated ambiguity eroded the Rafale's situational awareness. In these lethal skies, the adversary fought not just the machine but the mind of the pilot. The adversary's success was built on a powerful technological ecosystem. Pakistani AWACS gave J-10C pilots superior situational awareness, orchestrating ambushes before Rafales could react. The duel became a contest between the Rafale's Meteor missile and the J-10C's long-range PL-15. Pakistani pilots, trained in BVR combat, launched missiles from maximum range, forcing Indian pilots onto the defensive. Chinese electronic warfare suites jammed Indian data links, isolating Rafale pilots and crippling coordination. Air superiority was no longer about a single aircraft, it was a system of systems competition. The side that best integrated pilots, aircraft, sensors, and electronic warfare won the day. In May 2025, Pakistan's mastery of this principle shocked the Indian Air Force. On July 6, 2025, Indian Rafales flew a routine patrol over the line of control, until electronic noise signaled an enemy move. J-10Cs appeared and vanished on radar, probing and confusing the Indian pilots. A two-ship Rafale formation detected two J-10Cs and maneuvered for a BVR engagement. Suddenly, their data links degraded, leaving them reliant on onboard sensors. It was a trap. Two more J-10Cs, masked by terrain and jamming, attacked from the flank. Missile warnings blared. The fight turned desperate. The Rafales jettisoned fuel tanks and pulled high-G maneuvers to evade incoming missiles. In the chaos, the lead Rafale survived, but the wingman was lost. The combination of surprise, degraded situational awareness, and multi-axis attack proved overwhelming. This encounter forced the IAF to confront the vulnerability of even its most advanced fighters. The adversary's superior tactics and electronic warfare had outmaneuvered them. It was a brutal lesson in the realities of modern air combat. The loss of 3 Rafales and their pilots was a harsh wake-up call for the Indian Air Force. The IAF realized that advanced hardware alone was not enough. True effectiveness required a resilient, networked ecosystem. Over-reliance on data links and AWACS left pilots isolated when those systems were jammed. The need for robust, redundant communications and training for degraded environments became clear. The IAF overhauled its BVR tactics, emphasizing flexibility, deception, and multi-axis coordination. Training now included simulations of unconventional enemy tactics and complex traps. The goal transformed pilots into adaptable thinkers, ready for any threat. The conflict underscored that the human element is the most critical factor in aerial warfare. The experience stripped away complacency, replacing it with a focus on innovation and agility. The lessons of May 2025 would reshape the IAF's approach to war. The 21st century sky proves that in modern warfare, the only constant is change. The 2025 encounters showed that air combat's future belongs to those who learn and adapt fastest. Dogfights are now high-speed chess matches where creativity and flexibility are the deadliest weapons. The Rafale's technology was challenged by an adversary who exploited system seams. Superiority depends on integrating pilot skill, doctrine, and network technology. The ordeal forged Indian pilots into a more resilient, intelligent force. Lessons from disrupted data links and flanking maneuvers are now core to their training. Hard-won wisdom is more valuable than any hardware. Adaptability and the human spirit remain the ultimate weapons. Those who embrace learning and change will always own the future of aerial combat.